Hi, I'm Jamie.
And I'm Cindy.
And together, we're the Bitty
Buddies.
Buddies. Today we're headed to Deland, Florida in the cool Florida winter. Come on along. All right, we're headed to another old Florida destination today, Deland, which is about 42 miles north of Orlando. If you want to come from Tampa, it's about 125 miles, and from Miami, it's about 264 miles. We'll be taking the 417, which is a toll road, so be prepared for that if you're going to go. I actually looked it up, and were I to come from Miami, which I probably wouldn't do, take a special trip to Deland from Miami, but you can take a train, which I think is pretty cool. You can take the Amtrak up for about 40 bucks each way. It is normally around 70 degrees in January in Deland. Today, the high is expected to be 55. But
not good.
Yeah, not letting the weather stop us.
Not good, but we're not letting it stop us. Still not good.
Still, yike it, no. We're starving. First stop, breakfast. It used to be Mr. Lucky's. There's a sign. Thank you. So we just finished breakfast at C's Waffles in Deland, Florida. Paid about $9 each. Here comes Cindy. Paid about $9 each for breakfast, including drinks. Cindy had coffee, I had tomato juice. Bathrooms were clean, food was good, service was good. I'd recommend it. Although we didn't spend the night in Deland, I did some research and found some Airbnb places, and there is also a Courtyard by Marriott very near the campus of Stetson University.
It is the guy who invented the Stetson hat. Started the university, Mr. Stetson.
And what's special about a Stetson hat? I mean, in Colorado, it's a big deal. People wear hats pretty regularly. Well, they used to in the day. You know, urban cowboy days. People wore a lot of cowboy hats. Yeah. And a Stetson was a big deal. So, I mean...
Why was it invented?
Why is it a big deal? Isn't it just a cowboy hat as a cowboy hat? What makes a Stetson special?
I think a Stetson was the original cowboy hat, but it was designed with the folded up on the edges. For cowboys, it was designed to funnel the water off of coming down straight down into their face. As the folds up were like little gutters, and no other hats at that time
really
had that.
Oh, that's genius. No, okay, why would I know that?
Well, why do I know that? I don't know why I know that. I just know that.
Good job.
And if you know that another story about that, that's okay. Just make up your own story. No, but I do know that was why it was invented. So I'm not making that up. I'll tell you when I'm making something up. But not while I'm making it up. I'll tell you later. I made that up.
Maybe scroll across the screen. Not real. Hashtag make believe. Sharp right. We're gonna park.
We see a parking spot. Public parking, cool. We like public parking.
Yeah.
Usually public parking is free.
And handy tip, in Florida, public parking is free if you have a handicap pass. Even if you are in a paid lot like at the beaches, if you have a handicap, it's free.
And I don't know if you know this, but we're with
Jamie with the broken foot.
Yay!
Handicap. Now, here's Cindy who says she needs to go in here because it is a antique store. Oh, that's cool. It must be
Very cool. It's an antique store in an antique building.
very cool. I want to point out the brick streets. When I moved here, it freaked me out that there were so many streets of brick. Because coming from Colorado, I said all of the time, well, and you'll forgive me for this, I hope, how do they plow these streets? Yeah. We're in Florida. They don't plow the streets here. Just saying. All right, we're going in. Look, they said they did it. Deland's is America's best main street. I guess we'll let you be the judge of that. Anyway, here we go. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, gosh, I wish I had a house to do.
I know.
Wow.
I know. Pretty fantastic, huh?
I mean, look at this huge arch. So neat.
Yeah. This is Woodland Avenue going into the old Deland, downtown Deland area. It's right on Woodland Avenue, and we're coming up to, this light is at New York.
And that street where the salvage shop and area was is on East Georgia Ave.
East Georgia. So New York Avenue, East Georgia Avenue, and Woodland are the main kind of drags in this area. Chocolate and sweet things. They got a great New Year's resolution. Eat more chocolate and fudge and ice cream and candy. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so we're in Half Wall Brewery. Getting ready to order a beer. We're just gonna have an appetizer. I happen to know they have a burger special on Tuesdays, and I have personal experience with the burgers here. They're amazing.
When there's a plaque when you first walk in, it shows that this is actually the building that the first post office was housed in. So,
Which is cool.
they have little plaques all over Deland, which are pretty interesting. Every building has a historical plaque.
If I didn't get a picture when we came in, I'll get one on the way out, but I think when he's coming with samplers for us.
Okay. Thank you. We're trying to figure out what we want to get because they have a wall of drafts.
Definitely lemony. We'll try that.
Ooh, that's better. What'd you get?
That's the lemon blueberry. This tastes like tangerine peel to me. This doesn't taste like peel.
Yeah, the blueberry lemon. But anyway, they have a whole wall. It's probably, it's a lot. I can't count that high. Not even on
Probably
two
why
hands.
it's called half wall.
But,
To have a half wall of tabs.
I thought you told me that earlier, but I forgot.
Anyway,
So, we'll show
probably
more
no
video.
shots here. Shots later. Beer here. Also, if you come here, I've got a personal recommendation for the Jefficus Stout. It's an oatmeal stout crafted with bourbon, coffee, and vanilla. I don't like stouts. I've tried it. It's delicious. I have a friend who comes here, and it's what he gets every time.
We just got through eating at the Half Wall. Pretty good beer. I just said again. I'm trying not to say Anyway, we're gonna head down to the Athens Theater on Indiana Avenue.
Right off
cool.
of Woodland.
Right off of Woodland, yeah. There's a little bit of few shops down this way too. That was kind of cute. It's the land cyclery. The variety of shops that are here. Are pretty cool.
They rent bikes here.
Oh wow, they do. They rent bicycles here, which is a great idea. February 30th, they're having a Rat Pack tribute. That would be pretty cool. So they've got a little plaque here. Let's read what the plaque says. Athens Theater, 1922. It opened in 1922 as a silent film vaudeville theater. But the outside is pretty fantastic.
Very awesome looking building.
Yeah, a lot of original stuff in here. Gotta love the signage here in Deland. All we have is now. All we have is now. Remember when I said that when we go home, we go home?
It's Tuesday night. We want to post tomorrow. We never did take a shot in Deland, so we're going to take it now. We have 3 glasses here because there's someone behind the scenes who'd like to try it. We are doing a kamikaze shot. Cute depression glass. You can have that one, behind the scenes man. And I have no idea how these are. Oh, you might need me to top you off because there's some left in here. I was only making 2 and there's all this left.
Just want to point out this is a Key West shot glass because we're planning.
Can you lower that a little? Thanks.
We're planning a trip to Key West,
Yay!
so we're very excited.
Okay, there's still some more. I hope somebody likes it.
And she has a rum runner, a shot glass. in memory of Key West and all the rum runners we're going to eat there.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
It needs more orange.
I love your face when you do a shot.
That was
it's a
tart.
kamikaze. It's equal parts orange, lime, and vodka, and I think it's lovely. But you know,
And it got me
I'm
right
a
there.
drinker. Anyway, this is not actually a outro because this is only part one of a video. So we decided that rather than try to squeeze a half an hour video in, we were going to do two 15-ish minute videos.
So what you saw was part one of the Deland trip. It was a good time in Deland. We really enjoyed ourselves.
Actually, what we decided was this is really a place to spend a weekend.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that we had spent more time. We filmed for about 12 hours that day. Had a great day, but more realistically, it could have been, 7 hours one day and more hours.
It would have been nice to take our time instead of rushing through. We were kind of rushing through because we knew there were other things that we wanted to do, and we didn't get in some of the important stuff. So basically, the first part one that you just saw is the little downtown area, the Stetson University area, and us coming into Deland. And so we're going to give you a rating just on that day. It can be a full day if you want to just take a couple of day trips. You don't even have to spend the night. You could just go there depending on how far away you live. So we're just going to give you the ratings on if you decide to go to Deland in the little downtown area just for the day. And the first
aching feet. There were lots of places to sit. As you've seen, there were Adirondack chairs strewn throughout the city, lots of benches, lots of other places to sit, and it was pretty busy there. There were a fair number of people in town, and it was still not difficult to find a place to sit. And there are plenty of restaurants, so if you really need a break, you could dash into a restaurant.
Yeah.
So
a lot of outside cafes too that had chairs right there on the sidewalk that were pretty accessible. So
numerically, how many feet would you give it?
I'd make it pretty low just for the downtown area. I'd say probably a 1 or 2. I didn't have any problems with it.
1.5, and this is my lowest
Yeah.
that I've given.
Right.
So I'd say about 1.5.
No hills, and plenty
Florida.
of resting spots.
Although Mount Dora, which you'll see, is hilly.
It's a mount in Dora.
Yeah, it's a
Anyway,
mount.
yeah, so for Deland, it was a very easy walking resting area. So it's pretty low on the aching feet scale. Worthiness, however, is very high.
I
Because
agree.
I enjoyed it a lot. There was a
I'll sip
huge
this one.
variety of places to eat and drink, and the proprietors of the different stores that we walked into, even though we were doing quickies and filming video, they were very, very nice. I know. Very nice, very friendly. So it was a friendly town. There was a couple hiccups in some of the beer places, joints that we went to. But then I realized later that it is a college town, which all of a sudden things started to fall into place where two 50 to 60-year-old women going into a beer joint that was, I think, designed for college kids.
But I will say
Yeah.
that what's the name of it?
It was the Persimmon Hollow.
Yes. I wouldn't go back there. They were unwelcoming. I mean, literally
Yeah,
unwelcoming.
we were literally
Nobody
there
said anything.
5 to 10 minutes and walked all through there and sat for a few minutes, and it was like we were invisible.
And even walked up to the bar.
Yeah, we
so
even walked up to the bar.
that
and-
for worthiness would be
Yeah.
low on my
Very,
list, but
yeah.
everything else we experienced, it is definitely worth the trip to
Right.
go to Deland.
The people in the shops, everybody else, even at the other restaurants, they were very friendly. So worthiness, I would rate it up there. I would definitely probably go back
For sure, I
anytime.
really
Yeah.
liked it there. So
So.
safety, we walked down, I have no idea why we did this, but we walked down a couple of blocks off the beaten path on the way back to the car. So it's at night.
Yeah, it was late at night.
Late.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we
by late I mean
purposefully-
9 o'clock.
Well,
it wasn't that late.
It was, but so we purposefully, I don't know why we did, but we walked off of the beaten path a few blocks off and still felt completely
Yeah,
safe, which
it
would be
was-
the point of saying that we had done that.
Yeah.
And then cost, we are where we ate dinner, which you will see in part deux, was very good, more expensive than I would normally
Yeah.
pay, but everything else cost-wise
very
was good. And a
reasonable,
couple
yeah.
of the shops, I was really impressed with the prices
Yeah.
that they had in there. Things were very reasonably priced.
Parking was free, so you don't have to worry about paying for parking. Yeah, so it was a reasonable. You can, if you don't buy anything, you obviously are going to get off even cheaper. But yeah, you can. There's places to get really nice meals on the lower side of the mid range. So,
Yeah.
and you can go more if you want to go where we went. And
There were tours available for some places that are shut down right now because of the COVID. So we didn't experience any of those. Don't know when or if they will ever open.
yeah, COVID is kind of putting a cramp on a lot of these day trips, but
Which is why we keep taking day trips instead of going on a trip.
yeah, waiting for everybody to open up.
But stay tuned because part two is coming next
Right.
week. We go to a state park. We go to some hot springs and saw and filmed a lot of manatees. And we had a great dinner.
Right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any comments about where you think we should go or where are you going on your next day trip, I'm kind of interested in that. So,
Or what kind of shots should
yeah,
we do?
yeah, what kind of shots? But whatever you do, plan a day trip. Plan on getting out there. There's plenty of places that are safe that you can go to and get up off the couch, do something, and get up and go and do it before it's too late. And so that's it for part one. We'll see you in part two. Now, go. Go.
Follow us on Instagram before you go.
Like.
But then
thumbs
go.
Up, thumbs up and go. Good.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. Go.
I think it needed more orange.
Okay.